Porsche Boxster Spyder, what's the philosophy behind this car? What makes it different than a regular Boxster? Well, this car is 66 pounds lighter than the Manual GTS. And I say Manual GTS because you can only get a manual in the Boxster Spyder. That hews to the philosophy of the Boxster Spyder being a simpler, more visceral experience. Now, how did they save that weight? For one, the aluminum rear deck is lighter. You can see where those speedster bumps are, kind of like the original. The fact that it's a manual top, you don't need the motors. It's a very simple system, so it saves a lot of weight there. So those are really the only big things Porsche did to save weight. There are a lot of little incremental things that they did. Less sound dampening, in the doors and around the body panels. Also, yes, the cloth door pulls, just like the original. Also, the smaller steering wheel from the GT4 feels great in your hands, makes the car feel smaller. It's kind of a screwing with your mind bit there, but yeah. Probably saved a little bit of weight, but not much. Oh man. You're right. So if you want a better sounding engine, I don't know where you're going to have to go. Maybe to Maranello. Just like the Cayman GT4, the Porsche Boxster Spyder has the Carrera S's 3.8 liter, the big Boxster. Now, what does it get you? It's a little bit less horsepower than the GT4. It doesn't rev as high. They probably adjusted the breathing a little bit, but they did drop the torque peak a little bit down, so it's still a fantastic sounding engine. It still has the 309 pounds-feet of torque, starting in the 4s, so it's an engine you really want to rev out, and you get really, really, really well rewarded for revving it like that, because the sound at 4,000 and up, especially with the sport exhaust that comes standard in this, sounds absolutely beautiful. Continuing with that theme of simplicity, this car doesn't get the active suspension. It gets what is actually the sport option on the GTS, and that's a passive single tune system. And what I like about single tune systems is that the engineers have one shot to get the damping right for every occasion. And if you have a sports car, a car that's tuned to be a great road car, all you need is one really good tune, and they really nailed it. It's not too soft, and it's not so firm that the only place you could drive it is on a racetrack. These single tune dampers are just about perfect. And if I had to conclude, because I don't want to conclude, I just want to say that this may be the end of an era, and I know that people say end of the era all the time, but this is a naturally aspirated, high revving Boxster 6 that the more you rev, the more it pulls, all the way up to redline. That's an experience that's going away in favor of turbocharging and sort of lower end torque and better fuel efficiency that brings, but you cannot beat the feeling of the megaphone-shaped torque curve that just keeps rising until you get to redline. That's an experience someday we're gonna miss from the new car lot, but not today.